How to make money? People will say invest in stocks. Investing in stocks is often about investing in a company that is long in the business. Because of that, the market knows how to price such companies fairly. And in order to squeeze out more gains from the investment, you have to pray hard that the company can achieve high growth than what the market expects them to do. And if it does, it's a surprise to the market and the share price will go up. That's how you make money from stocks. It's like chasing a dream. If you don't like this chasing dream kind of investment and you prefer to enjoy the excitement of potential growth that an early stage business could offer, then investing in a startup might be a more appealing choice for you. Imagine a dynamic, innovative, and often daring entity that's like a rocket ready to launch to the moon. That's a startup. These companies are the modern day pioneers driven by the entrepreneurial spirit, guided by crazy ideas and fueled by an endless appetite for growth. It's almost like they are on a mission to identify a problem that's begging for solution, and then they do something remarkable. They turn that idea into a business. You see, the thing that really sets them apart from big established businesses is their relentless pursuit of innovation. You can call them the rebels, the market disruptors. They introduce and test out groundbreaking products, services, and technologies that make you rethink the way things work. But there's a problem. Startups don't have deep pockets like big established companies. They usually start with a limited amount of budget, carefully allocating every dollar to fuel their ambitions. Once they strike gold with a solution and make customers go, "Shut up and take my money," it means the business is ready to scale and grow really big. That's when startups would need to raise money for their next phase of expansion. In the past, startups would go to the big fund managers with deep pockets to ask for funding because that's the limited avenue that they could rely on. And that's the unfair advantage that the big boys had over ordinary investors like us. Once these businesses grow big enough, the big boys would flip their investment in the stock market via IPO and make tons of money. But thanks to financial innovations and technology advancement, we can now also invest in this kind of opportunities. This innovation is called equity crowdfunding, or ECF. ECF is a modern method of raising capital for startups and small businesses by selling shares or equity to a large number of investors through an online platform. Because it involves a large number of investors, you don't need to fork out a big lump sum to fund the entire startup. In fact, your investment risk is diversified with other investors coming in as well. It's like a golden ticket for you to join the entrepreneurial roller coaster ride, where the thrills and potential rewards are sky high. It changes the way we invest by opening doors for normal investors to become part of something groundbreaking. Investing in a startup via an ECF online platform, it's quite straightforward. First things first, all the ECF platforms that you see and many more, they are licensed by Securities Commissions, so they are definitely legit investment platforms. Don't worry about that. What you should do instead is to take time and explore the platform's features, fees, and things like that, because different platforms will have different ways of charging investors when you invest in their startup fundraising campaigns. As you browse through their websites, you will be able to find all the interesting startup opportunities to invest in. These listings contain valuable information about each campaign, including the company's mission, financial goals, and the amount that they aim to raise. Now, just like any other investments, before committing to anything, make sure to conduct due diligence on the startup. This means thoroughly researching a startup to assess its potential. In my channel, I talk a lot about how to identify good investments, so if you are interested to find out more about it, check out in the links below. The key point here is to dive into the details of the startup. Look for things like their business plan, the financial statements, the team's background, and the market that they are operating in. Doing these steps well will help you identify promising opportunities and avoid as many risks as possible. After that, if you think you are ready to invest, not yet. The cool thing about ECF investing is that these platforms would help the startups to engage with their potential investors via webinars. Now, these meetings with the founders are very important. It's a rare chance for you to meet up with the core team members of the startup and ask them difficult questions. Questions that will clear any doubts that you might have regarding their business plan and how confident they are driving the business to new heights. If they can't convince you in a webinar, just walk away from the deal. Simple as that. In the past, only fund managers would get access to this kind of stuff. But now, you have the chance to invest like a pro as well. Suppose you are convinced that, this is my 10x return potential investment. There's one more thing you need to do, and that is to carefully review the investment terms. Is it a straightforward common shares that you will get in the startup? Or is it a convertible note where your investment will be treated like a loan with an interest and allows you to convert that loan into shares in the future? What is the stake that you are getting in this investment? What is the exit strategy if you plan to sell that investment? That sort of things. It is important for you to thoroughly review the investment terms and campaign document provided by the startup or the ECF platform before making an investment decision. It's like before jumping into a rabbit hole, you want to know how deep the hole is. You don't want to end up jumping into a black hole and never see the daylight again. Now that you have an idea of how to invest in a startup to maximize your investment, let's delve into a real-life example. Hopefully, this will help you to find your golden ticket to invest in a promising startup as well. The example that I'm going to use is a real-life company that sells baby mobility products like strollers and baby car seats. I will reveal the company name later, but for now, let's just say they have their first store open at Pavilion Bukit Jalil and are ready to expand their business nationwide in the next few years. So, what's so special about this startup that is different from other baby gear brands? Being a father myself, while parenthood is as rewarding as it is also financially demanding when it comes to baby gear. Strollers, baby car seats, they are essentials, but they also mean I need to set aside a large lump sum in a short period of time to prepare for the baby's arrival. I can imagine some parents who experience financial hardship sometimes won't even consider buying such equipment for their babies. Now, what's the solution? This startup came up with a brilliant idea. If outright purchase of baby gear is such a stretch on the wallet, why not rent to own it? The idea is like this. You make a small monthly rent on the baby gear and gradually take ownership of the items over a predetermined duration. Once the rent tenure is over, the items belong to you. It's kind of like an installment plan to make it easier to understand. It's definitely a great solution for Malaysian parents like me, giving me the opportunity to own these essential items without immediate and overwhelming financial burden. From a business perspective, a rent-to-own model means the customer are going to continuously pay a consistent fee for a very long time. This will offer consistent and predictable revenue streams to the company. It's like having a dependable paycheck. With that, it leads to steady, sustainable growth, a dream that any entrepreneur hopes to achieve. Apart from that, allow me to ask the parents out there one thing. How often do you clean your baby stroller and car seat? Feel free to share with us in the comments below. For me, I'm a bit embarrassed to say, but I only clean them when I think they are dirty or if my baby puked on the stroller and car seat, meaning very seldom lah. I know I'm not the most hygienic parent and it can be bad for my baby's health. Well, same goes with my wife, which makes her my partner in crime. Nice. Again, as though this startup can read parents' minds, they also offer stroller and car seat cleaning service. Not just for their own brand products, you can bring any brands of strollers and car seats, they will clean it for you. Now that's something really innovative, easy to execute, and make money all at the same time. Today, they only have one store at Pavilion Bukit Jalil, but once they start to expand and open up more stores nationwide, I would for sure be going to one of their stores near me and bring my smelly strollers for a deep clean. Lucky for those of you who stays in Bukit Jalil. You see, they're hitting all the right points to provide affordability and convenience to parenthood. All in all, it's a win-win for me as a father and for the company's profitability and sustainability ability to think of such innovative ideas. Started just 6 months ago, they already achieved more than 3,000 users using their baby gear and cleaning services. That company is MOVON. I understand that their business is now at the stage of raising money via ECF to expand their business operation, from opening more stores to carrying more baby products and so on and so forth. If everything goes according to plan, they may even go IPO one day, which is something that is within their business plan as well. Now, I have to admit that that's all I know about MOVON, so this is definitely not investment advice. In fact, if you are interested to find out more about MOVON, you should go and do your own diligence about them. They will be conducting a series of webinars to meet up with potential investors, so if you think the company will thrive and you want to be part of the journey, I will leave the link below for you to check them out. To sum things up, investing in startup is an alternative asset class that offers a thrilling journey of discovery, innovation, and potential growth. With ECF platform, it empowers normal investors like you and me to become part of a groundbreaking venture in the evolving landscape of investment. Whether you choose to invest in startups like MOVON with their ingenious solutions or explore other exciting ventures, the possibilities are limitless. So embark on this adventure with lots of curiosity, for it might just lead you to your next golden opportunity. That's all for today's video. Hope you learned one more way to invest your money. See you in my next video.